Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to some more semi-buff BTD 6. So last video we finished off the last upgrade to the wizard monkey, so now we are just reviewing it with the nice little wizard gameplay going on at the same time. So, first of all I want to start off by saying the testing for the wizard monkey was really quite a roller coaster in general. A lot of ups and downs. For sure, especially with the lower tier wizards. But that being said, let's just start off. So, base wizard, space Moabs, group Moabs, round life round 40, dies on round 40, just the usual. So, and it is cheap, so it's pretty good. Going on to the first tier, second tier, those two both get to Moabs. Both lose lives on round 40, but the first tier dies on round 40, the second tier gets all the way to 49 before dying. So the efficiency is roughly 10-ish, 10, 12-ish. Second tier is a little bit more, on average about like 20, so still okay. Third tier jumps up to BFBs and Moabs instead of just Moabs, and jumps all the way up to around 60, so we see a decent power spike there. It is kind of cheap for third tier. It's like 2,300. A lot of third tiers, especially in the military category, were much more expensive. So there we go. Hold it. Here we go. Let's just make sure purples are not a problem. Anyway, fourth tiers jump straight to BAD BFB, so clearly way better against space. Oops, wrong. Clearly way better against space groups than group balloons, but not too bad. Not too bad. Jumps all the way up to around 85. So for a fourth tier, round 85 is amazing. Fourth tier top path is crazy. It is $12,000, but for a fourth tier, that's not overpriced at all. For an efficiency of about 145, which is good, really good for a fourth tier. That's really good. So, Arcane Mastery, I think it's... No, not Arcane Mastery. Arcane Spike is a great tower. Very great tower. Gonna target strong. There we go. Just so then we get it over with. Anyway, and then... fifth tier. Now, fifth tier, the Archmage is already known to be pretty good, right? The only thing is that it's just like... incredibly good. Because by itself, late into the VADs for both space and group balloons, which is crazy, but also, like, it gets to run 98 solo. 98 solo for about $40,000, which is pretty decent, for sure. It's great for rounds, and it's like average for pricing, so about $450-ish per round, which is like efficiency. It's like average. Comparing that to middle path, just the first tier is Moabs, then that's it. Second tier jumps straight to BFBs for both, which is amazing. First tier, 40 to 50, great range. It gets 10 rounds further before dying. Still really cheap, so great efficiency. And then it just keeps going. Second tier is amazing, from 57 to 60 for $1,400. Again, efficiency stays really low. There we go. And then third tier jumps straight to ZOMGs and BFBs, continuing that big power increase. Gets to around 81, and it's only a third tier. Dragon's Breath, still overpowered. For almost $5,000, but it's still really efficient, only $58-ish per round. And fourth tier, starting from fourth tier, space BADs. Though it does get to only 2 group ZOMGs and not group BADs all over the place like the fifth tier does. Fourth tier is really underwhelming compared to the third tier because it doesn't do much better. It gets only 1 round further, and it's more than double the price, so its efficiency starts to really crash by this point. And then fifth tier is pretty good, but it's like it gets into the early hundreds, and it is really expensive. It's like 60 $62,000 about, so efficiency-wise, not good. Actually, the worst of the 3 towers, so gives you an idea. Now, for the bottom path. Let's talk bottom path. So, bottom path, 3 tiers of Moabs. Moabs, and Moabs. 3 tiers of losing a single life, on at least one single life on round 40. Only from T2 does it actually not die in round 40, dies to round 47, and 48 for 3rd tier. And though these do stay pretty cheap, the efficiencies are meh. They're just like you know, they're not incredible, they're not bad. 4th tier though starts to get spaced in group BFBs, so we're starting to see a little boost there, and does die on round 60, so it sticks very true to its non-BFB popping abilities. And it's cheap, very cheap for a 4th tier. It's only $5,000, so you know, 87 efficiency is actually really good for a 4th tier. And then finishing off with the 5th tier. So 5th tier space beds, but group OMG, so it does the worst against group balloons. It doesn't get very far at all. Round 80 and 97 are the 2 rounds it dies at. 80 for the most part, 97 a little bit more. But the good thing about it though is it's really cheap. It's only like $32,000, so it makes it even more efficient than the top half. The Necromancer here, this good old Prince of Darkness dude, is the most efficient wizard. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Anyway, so, in terms of cross paths, for the top path, is it 520 or 502? Well, the answer, according to the test, is 502, because it's a tiny bit cheaper. But it's like almost the same thing. They both get to the same round. It's just that if you go 502, you can pop, well, it's like $500 cheaper, really. I was gonna say it pops camo too, but like, it decamos automatically, so there's none of this, so that's not necessary. For the middle path, for the middle path, the 250 is much better than the 052, because the 250 gets to 107 instead of 102 for the exact same price. Makes it better. And then if you're going for the Prince of Darkness, you'd better go 205 like we did in our gameplay, because that's the only one that gets to round 97 and not round 80. So no matter how much more expensive it is, it's like way more efficient. So if you guys want to look at it in more detail, once again, this like every review, the spreadsheet is linked in the video description, so you can check that out and compare it with other towers. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for next video, which will be the Super Monkey, I think, which is gonna. Oh, this one's gonna be really fun. Super Monkey's really fun because it's really powerful but really expensive. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for all your support. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, that like button, all those good little buttons, and have a really good day.